Good evening, County Executive Fitzwater and council members. Councilmember McKay, thank you for hosting this. My name is Jamie Shopland, and I'm a resident here in Urbana. I'm a parent, I'm an advocate, and I'm also a candidate for County Council District 2. And I am somebody who believes that a budget shapes our future. And this budget, we're at a crossroads in terms of how we see Frederick County moving forward. This isn't going to be about balancing numbers. It's really going to be choosing what kind of county we become. And right now, families are stretched thin. Schools face increasingly complex needs, especially families of students with disabilities. Our agricultural community is under significant pressure. I was at the Farm Bureau event over the weekend and heard directly from the challenges that this community is facing. Housing affordability is out of reach, so I look forward to the press briefing later this week to understand how we could potentially solve for some of these things in our county. And our senior population is growing rapidly, as we all know. We have data that shows us that all of these things are true. So as the fastest growing county with the school enrollment rising over decades, special population continues to rise. I strongly urge you to fully fund Dr. Dyson's budget that she put forward. That is a very creative budget given the financial climate. The federal government, the state government, we know they're not paying their fair share. We have to continue to champion public education here locally, and as a mom of 2 students at Centerville Elementary, that's really important to my family and other families throughout the county. And the FFA student said something over the weekend at the Farm Bureau event that really struck me, and she said, without agriculture, we're naked and we're hungry. And I know that the Farm Bureau and others are advocating for some additional staff in the Department of Agriculture, so business development and marketing to help navigate new farmers and continuing to make this a thriving part of our economic prosperity here in the county should be a priority. And as we know, with the fastest growing segment of our population being seniors, you heard more eloquent testimony earlier of what could be possible there. And I know that there's a needs assessment that's happening that's also going to help inform potential areas of opportunity for funding in that 23 discretionary pot that we have to work from. We know that there's a lot of development. The data center development is coming online. We know that things are going to be negotiated for that. I worry that things like air quality, funding around that isn't necessarily going to be cared for, so we may need to set aside money, even though we shouldn't be responsible for paying for those things, to make sure that our kids have clean air to breathe and we can measure the impacts of the data center development. So budgets reflect values. I urge you to choose investments that fully fund our schools, support agriculture, prepare our aging population, and make sure that growth pays for itself and pays its own way. Thank you.
Thank you.